For its victims, human trafficking is physically and mentally traumatizing and sometimes even deadly. For criminal gangs, it's highly lucrative. The main smuggling routes around the world are through Latin America and the Mediterranean and Asia. Gangs often force their victims into prostitution or slave labor in the service industries. In recent weeks, police have been cracking down on the $150 billion black market. And the Alliance Against Trafficking in Persons says the only way to stop it is to try to stamp out the demand for cheap sex. DW correspondent Jan-Philipp Scholz went to Italy on the trail of the Nigerian Mafia. He spoke to traffickers and to some of the women they exploited.
These scenes could have been filmed at countless industrial areas in Italy on any given night. Young Nigerian women working the street, almost none of them of their own free will. At Rome Central Station, we meet David. He says he was a member of the Nigerian Mafia until he witnessed the brutal murder of a woman forced to work as a prostitute.
They cut this person into pieces, then they package it. So, for example, if we are 10 people that know the dead body, you carry 1 kilo, I carry 1 kilo, he carry 1 kilo, everybody will go and dispose it. You can never trace the person. You can never have the person again. The person is missing. It's gone.
One of the Nigerian Mafia's bases is said to be the southern Italian village of Volturno. Often, a Nigerian Madame is in charge of a group of young women. Behind her, a well-organized network of violent operatives smuggling young women from Africa to Europe. Juliette Osabo arrived in Italy aboard a migrant boat 4 years ago. She saw firsthand how the human traffickers and the madams operate.
They beat the girl like, are you ready to pay her the money or not? And if the girl says, no, I'm tired, I don't want to do this work anymore, they continue to beat the girl. No food, no water, they lock the girl inside the room for days until they are able to conquer her.
Juliette managed to escape the traffickers and found refuge at a women's centre for migrants. She believes most women like her fall victim before they even leave their home countries.
You want to do fights, right?
Smugglers lure young women to Europe with lies and promises. On arrival, they're told they are thousands of euros in debt and have to pay it off. Sergio Nazzaro is an advisor to the Anti-Mafia Commission in the Italian Parliament. He says the Italian state now treats the Nigerian Mafia the same as the Italian mob.
Yes, they are mafia. It's under the Code Law 416 bis. They have a structure like mafia. So the code of silence, violence, intimidation, psychological pressure, revenge, and so on and so on.
Ex-Mafia member David says the Nigerian groups are now operating right across Europe and they all have one thing in common: violence. He shows us a gruesome video of men beating a woman. David says she refused to work on the streets, so they tortured her to death.
Most of them, they were ghosts. They are not registered. Nobody knows about them. The government don't know anything about them. They are here, they don't have documents, they don't have anything. So if they die, it's very difficult for the government to know that this person has been missing.
Juliette has since been registered with the authorities. She now has a visa and a job at a local restaurant. But she knows she's one of the lucky ones. As long as there's a demand for cheap sex, the mafia will keep exploiting young women, and their search for a supposedly better life will continue to end on the streets.